Hello, I'm back for part two of Hate Crime. Lamarr Bennett, sociologist. Um, Graduated from UW-Madison a long time ago. I got into semi-driving though because I had to take care of a family, and a BA in sociology is not going to do the job when you have a wife and two kids and a house to support all by yourself. I am here once again to talk about some of the hate crime in Jacksonville. Just over the weekend, I think it was. It might have been this past weekend, I'm pretty sure of. I'm going to summarize some of the stuff I talked about in the hate crime part one. That, number one, I said I was mad. I'm mad. President go to the Dollar General store, sat in her car. She see a gun in her face all of a sudden. Her intentions was to go to the store, or she took somebody. She never would know that'd be her last ride. But as a black man in America, it's not unusual for that to happen. It's been happening to us since slavery, for over 400 some years. We can be sitting all by ourselves and they walk up and lynch us. That we think in this late of times, modern times, we call it, that these type of things will not happen anymore. They have been eradicated. But I hate to say this, this type of killings have not been eradicated since slavery. Will never be eradicated as long as you black on this earth in America. And it's a new era now. It's a new type of fight now. But I can't explain it here. I will explain it in one of my next episodes about the modern day abuse that black people have to face on an everyday, middle day, night day basis, and what the solutions should be. That's if I'm still living, if I'm still here. Summarizing about the three victims. People got killed. 9 people went to church and thought God was going to save them. And the 10 people went to the grocery store looking for get them their Sunday meal. End up dead. And I go through New York a lot. I know exactly where that Tops grocery store is in Buffalo. I delivered at their warehouses a lot of times through my younger days of trucking. It's just an outcry that I'm being a radical sociologist, and my heart and my inner internal being is crying out to, it didn't happen to me. It didn't happen to you. It happened to somebody else. But like the old doc said, if there's a black man hurt in New York, there's a black man hurt in Milwaukee, there's a black man hurt in Texas, where I'm at right now, there's a black man hurt in Illinois, there's a black man hurt in Missouri, there's a black man hurt in Tennessee, there's a black man hurt in Florida, there's a black man hurt in Georgia, there's a black man hurt in New Mexico, there's a black man hurt in Oklahoma, there's a black man hurt in Kansas, there's a black man hurt in Nevada, there's a black man hurt in Arizona, there's a black man hurt in upstate Washington, there's a black man hurt in Virginia, there's a black man hurt in Maryland, there's a black man hurt in Massachusetts, there's a black man hurt in Connecticut, there's a black man hurt in Maine, there's a black man hurt in California, there's a black man hurt in Maryland. So what I'm trying to say here, what happened in Florida happened to us. It took some time away from what we usually do to mourn the loss of innocent people in Florida. And I gave solutions. If they don't want us here, if they despise us being in this country, give us, I'll go through open territory in Texas and have all over this country just about. All we have to have part of that land, have our own country, and play our own sports, do our own thing. But no, because they are animals. We are for, if they ain't out there shooting, killing animals, they gonna hunt us down. We can fight back, you know, like Nat Turner. And I keep saying Nate Turner because his name is deserved to be said. He stood up against all odds. All odds. Even though he knew death was at the end of the rainbow. But the disrespect of his people, day in and day out. And let me give you an example of where I'm at. I'm in Jacksboro, Texas. And my semi, the reefer was E and fuel, so I'm trying to get fuel in my semi using my company card. I went to the desk to the lady, said, hey, I think my card working, boom, boom, boom. She asked me how much I'm getting, what the amount gonna be. And then I'm like, what? I said, all you do is take the information off the card and turn the pump on. And she tried to tell me, no, you don't do it that way. We need this, boom, 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 boom. So this is after everything was getting right. It had been wrong from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, trying to get the reefer some fuel while it's on E. From 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It took me back and forth with the company, blah, blah, blah. When it get it right, took my card in there to see was the car going to work. She's telling me already it's 105 degrees, right? I'm going back and forth, back and forth. And about 3:30, she going to tell me how much I'm getting. And I'm like, I don't know till I pour it in. It's not like cars you pay at the pump. I know this for a fact. I've been in this game 33 years and I know for a fact that it's not like that. But you know, being a nice person, I ain't gonna cause I'm an humble person. I'm not gonna, because getting upset there is not gonna change New York. It's not gonna change South Carolina. It's not gonna change New York again. It's not gonna change Milwaukee. So, you know, I'm being okay, I go along with the program because you know why? Because I know I can go to the pumps, put the same information that she could have slid the card with to turn the pump on. So I just went out there to the pump, put it in there, put it in manually and slid my card in and went on, got the fuel because my car was all right then. I knew it was all right, but I was inside already. And I didn't know it was all right. I just wanted to see was it all right. But I didn't want to argue with her because I know, you know, what type of town I'm in. Texas. Don't forget, Texas is the South too. Even though it's got a lot of Mexicans, you know the South. We were slaves in the South fixing their soldier clothes. You know that. So, you know, you got same people here, you know. But I'm just trying to show you the times we living in, the psychological warfare that they are playing with us. And she's looking at me like, that's the way it is. That's the way you got to do it. And I said, now, if I go out to the pumps and do it that way, and why you can't just slide the car and do it the same way, say, okay, the fuel's on. Just the way when I went outside and did it. She's lying. She's lying to me. I know she's lying. She don't trust me. And I'm black. They follow me all over the store, into the bathroom. I told dude, hey, you want to watch me shave my face? I said, you can stand there and watch me if you want to. Hey, I got a smooth face with the type of stuff I use. Should be smooth, you know, because I've been here since yesterday morning. You know, I got to live in Fort Worth at 6 in the morning. I'm an hour away, so, you know, ain't gonna be nowhere to park, so I'm not moving till I can go do that. But back to the subject. But that's where they play with your mind. They still play with your mind today. But I also want to mention that you got 9 killed in South Carolina, 10 killed in New York, and 3 killed in Florida. In Florida. That's 22. But guess what? I'm adding, hey, people want to, will you stop going through all this stuff? We already know this stuff. Hey, stay to the end. Stay to the end of this. Please, just stay to the end of this and you will see changes in this system when I get done. So that's 22 people, right? But no one count Jeffrey Dahmer. How many black people did he kill? Because they was homos. A lot of people got, It wasn't the homosexuals took over the significance of race. Don't be stupid, y'all. Jeffrey Dahmer, you know, a lot of white homosexuals. A lot of white homosexuals. Believe me, they outnumber black homosexuals. And he gonna pick this area of homosexuals for specifically because they were black. Now, isn't that still racist? Ain't that still picking a race? Superior race? Isn't that still racist? Choosing a race? You see the point I'm trying to make here? There's other white people, and I'm not going to talk about the other minorities that kills us also. That's going to be in another episode. But I'm going to be just talking about white people right now. But we got to understand this is new era, new times. And we have to find allies, because if we don't find allies to fight this, we outnumbered all the way around the board. Legally outnumbered and non-legally outnumbered and outgunned. We got to do like the white government do. Get allies because and they know this. And I just want to point out that the white people who have killed us, that got labeled non-racist, it was not a racist attack. And who said it was non-racist? The establishment said it was non-racist. It's not a hate crime. But when you take a look at the statistics of like Jeffrey Dahmer, who he killed, and did he kill him because he loved him, or did he kill him because he hated him? I'm going to let you answer that question. I'm going to keep it moving. I want to talk about, rebellion. Florida, this is going on, and we say, let's rebel. Last night I was talking about, like, I'm going to rebel, I'm going to retaliate, I'm going to do something. But then I look at my channel, I don't have too many people listening to this. So I'm believing that people don't agree to retaliation, don't agree to rebellion. Like, I'm looking at a black dude right now with a white girl outside. Me, I'm behind my curtain. I only come out to eat, like I had to get some fuel in the reefer this morning. That's the only time I come out. Because I'm trying to control my eternal hurt. And try to come to a solution that will satisfy that hurt. I can't open my curtain and look at somebody white. That's why I'm saying is I'm gonna be the only one rebellion. I'm looking at it like everybody else, like it's just another murder. It's just another somebody went off. It's like, nothing didn't happen. I don't want to be the only one feeling this way. I look at the channel, I'm like, damn. I look outside, I'm like, damn. Do anybody know what happened? Or some that, hey, it happened Saturday, now we all forget about it. We all forget about it. So the part about rebellion, I'm coming down from that until I can see if anybody else interested in any kind of verbal anything. So, I am like backing down really because, hey, I'm not gonna be the only um person mad. I look out the window, black dude, a white girl, hugging and kissing, and I'm like, damn. Um, the and I guess people afraid of the power structure. They say time gonna take its course. But what time is it, baby? Time gonna take its course. Here, they probably wonder if like what can be gained by retaliation. A lot of people said nothing, but more hurt and more bloodshed. So, like years and years in the past, we're gonna sit back and pray to God and that it don't happen again. That one person get caught and after he done killed 10 or 15, and that's justice. That's what y'all want, right? That's justice. How's your pride feeling right now? You probably feeling like a weak black man or weak black race. Shame on your race because you have no pride. Because you're scared. So long as you be scared, you never have no pride when it comes to being attacked. If someone attack you, what would you want somebody else to do for you? You wish like hell somebody can go back at the person who did that to you, right? That's why we never gain no respect. Only the respect we trying to get is God. Jesus is going to help us. You remember, see, let me explain something. You remember doing all that police brutality, all doing that George and before George, and the Sabrinas in Kentucky, all the police brutality that was happening back to back to back to back. You know why it stopped? I'll take my hat off to that guy in Dallas that shot 6 police officers. I'll take my hand out to the guy in Mississippi. Single people. We had our own cars. What you call that Japanese airplane? We had human Kawasaki's. Just like they got right now, what these militias are planning and using Kawasaki's. And then at the end, their father don't know nothing about it. Their uncle don't know nothing about it. Their girlfriend don't know nothing about it. We didn't even know he bought a big long gun through the door. Gun longer than the door. But nobody knows about it. So, hey, we had our own Kawasaki's. And you see how the shit, it was going on for a while, but it stopped. Police brutality stopped. When they started getting shot back. When they started seeing niggas jump out of their car, shooting them and dying in the process, but still shooting. Still shooting. And I'm sad that he had to go through that. and had to do it. He had to do it. And he knew he had to do it. But you see, that police brutality slowed down, didn't it? Along with effective laws been changed. Police laws been changed. All that contribute to stopping what these police officers was doing for the last decade. They still doing it, but they ain't doing it significantly as shooting you for no reason, putting a gun in your hand and say you had drugs. But I said that to say this. It's all through history. When the government intervenes, the police changes and try to cooperate with the law, try to be justice with the law. When the government changes, try to be go along with the law. Guess who then you deal with? You deal with the population of whites, of white haters that have seen the law change to favor our justice, and they can't stand that. You look at Tulsa, when the black business, Wall Street, got up. It wasn't the police or the government bringing them down. It's usually, that's when the population jumps into it. Like, you see, when the police injustice stops, now you see the white population trying to take injustice in their own hands to the black population. Because now they're seeing the police injustice has slowed down. Now they have increased their street injustice. And it always happened that way. Once you went, like in the 1800s, 1865, when blacks won their slavery, it wasn't the government no more. It was the population enforcing, trying to keep the government, uphold the government law and destroy us. And that's what's happening now. It ain't the government or the police that's basically totally injusting us now. You have to worry about the mass population that's trying to hold you back now. Police is not trying to hold you back, and they have succumbed to the law changes. They getting fired now. They getting terminated. They can't use that excuse. You know that favorite excuse? I feared for my life. They know that excuse has ran out. They know that excuse. They got now, you look, back then, that had me laughing. That excuse have always had me laughing. I feared for my life. You hear, you got a 140-pound suspect, and they got on a bulletproof vest, a baton, handcuffs, what you call those laser guns, and also automatic, plus a walkie-talkie, plus a bulletproof vest. And here they dealt with somebody 140 pounds, and then when they kill him, they come up with the excuse, I feared for my life. And here, he ain't got nothing. The person they killed ain't got nothing. I always said, what in the hell did he fear? I always said, what the hell did he fear? Hey, but let me stop laughing. Let me get back serious. But I'll take my hats off to those individuals doing the police that what was about 10 year or 5 years of police back-to-back brutality before it got stopped. And when they start seeing individuals, the guy in Dallas, I take my hat off to him. Mississippi, I take my hat off to him. They start having their own guns and start fighting them back. But let me ask you this: how do you feel about the Florida incidents? How do you feel about South Carolina incident? How do you feel about the New York incident? And there's more incidents that just ain't on the news. Believe me, there's more incidents, but it's just not on the news. What do the future look like for us? What do you think the future look like? Like I said before, history will repeat itself. And it's like you see, it repeats itself now. When we get law changed for the government to get our justice, then you see the white population rise up and take that injustice illegally and bring it to black people, the black population. They did it in Tulsa. They did it when the people were freed from slaves. When the government didn't mess with them, guess who messed with them? The white population. And that's what's happened now. Since the police brutality stopped, you see these individual militias, individual people, organizations using Kawasaki's to still create this injustice environment. And it's hard to stop too. This is a lot of difficult to stop. Like, probably have to start being undercover in some of these situations to really get down to how this is really happening. Because this is a planned organization, y'all. This is not individual acts. This is Kawasaki's that is being used. And then nobody knows nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't whoop the law themselves. So they better not know nothing. And they know that. And you take example, you see in Michigan, all those students got killed. But when they put the parents in jail in Michigan, you don't hear one school getting violated, not one. When they decided to put the parents behind bars, when was the last time you seen a school shooting in Michigan? None. When the parents start getting charged, believe me, if you tell people the parents gonna be charged if anything come out of your house that contribute to this type of violence, you're gonna be charged too. And I guarantee you, you will not find one speck of a bullet in that person's house, except it was his, except it was the parents. I guarantee you, if you tell the parents, if your child come out of that house and commit a type of crime that will kill masses of people, you're gonna be just as responsible. And I guarantee you, there will not be one bullet in that house, except it was the daddies or the mothers. I guarantee you. Like they did in Michigan. When they charged the parents in Michigan, you hear anything about any more school shootings? It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? They checking their kids in and out that house. The kids come in the house, let me see your book bag. You know, let me see your, hey, what's in your purse? long as they know they gonna be charged with them, guarantee you, they gonna be like private polices, paying private polices. And that's what needs to happen. And that's the only way you can stop this is parents gonna say they don't know nothing about it. You can bring a long gun bigger than a door through the inside the house without hitting something, without making no noise. Come on now. But that's what needs to be done. Checking these parents. Hold the parents responsible. And I guarantee you, this will stop. This will stop in its track. Look at Michigan. It will stop in its track. Start checking some of these parents. Parents building soldiers. Believe me, some parents believe in building soldiers to defend their beliefs. To defend their beliefs, they are building soldiers out of kids in the household to muster their beliefs. I'm not lying. I am not lying. And they know they're going to get off because what they say, they just like the police say. Like the police say, I feared for my life. What every parent say now. When their kid go off and blow up the school, and what do they say? I didn't know he had anything. That's their main excuse. Just like the police back in the day used, I feared for my life. A guy, 140 pounds, and he got a bulletproof vest, handcuffs, laser, a baton, a bulletproof vest, an automatic, a walkie-talkie. Dude's 140 pounds. I feared for my life. And that's the same thing these parents do. The same excuse. What do the parents say? I didn't even know he had that in his room. I didn't even know what he was doing. How do you mean you didn't know what he was doing? When you taught him, when you trained him. He didn't learn to hate. No child comes out the woman's body knowing how to hate until he's taught to hate. A child do not know what color white, black, blue, green, yellow is. He was taught. And he was taught by. Come on. But anyways, the future look like for us, the government, I talked about the era of abuse by the police. I'm reading some here. Like I already told you, that and this go long in history. After every gain a black man make for justice, it's not the government, it's not the police start taking injustice in their own hands. It's usually the poor white masses that now take center stage for this brutality. And there's ways you can put it in check. You got to start making these parents accountable. Because, hey, you make them accountable, believe me, you will not see one bullet in their child's bedroom. In their child's bedroom, believe me. You will not see one speck bullet. Only time he gonna walk out with a gun is with his daddy going hunting a rabbit or a deer. Believe me. Only time that child is gonna be able to walk out of that room with a gun is he gonna be with his parent going rabbit hunting or deer hunting. You won't have the school mass shootings. You won't have kids just walking up shooting innocent people. When you start holding the parents accountable, and their favorite excuse, I didn't know. Every one of them. But the one in Michigan said the same thing, but guess what? They went on, looked at a tape, and they dug in deeper and found out some of the things she encouraged it. You see what I mean? You don't hear nothing about it in Michigan. Michigan is a wrap. You ain't hear about no kid coming out the house. Because you hold the parents accountable. Because they are the only ones in the house. They are the only ones between that kid coming out of that house breaking the law. They are the last go-between. And if they get past the parents, it's a free walk. It's a free walk. That's why parents got to be held more accountable than they are right now. Ain't no walking up to me, I didn't know. Ain't using no excuse, I didn't know. There's people dead, people crying, people hurt. They want to know something. They want to know something. But anyways, I'm going to conclude here. In conclusion, until the government, the police, and laws change towards the guns, and not until the laws and the police enforce those laws of the family, there need to be laws for the family. If your kid gonna come out of that house with an automatic and walk down the street, I don't care if you black, white, blue, or green, you shoot black, yellow, brown, orange, white, whatever. If your kid come out of that house with a 9mm and shoot somebody, you gonna be held accountable. You gonna either have to pay some silver payment. You're gonna have to pay for the funeral. You're gonna have to do something. You're gonna be held accountable, and I guarantee you won't see too many kids walking out of their house with a 9mm. Believe me. You will not see. Hey, he'll be searched from feet to head, coming in and out, in and out. And until these laws are changed to go at the parents, there's always going to be mass shootings somewhere. There are always going to be individual block shootings. There are always going to be all kind of crime if you don't start holding these parents accountable. Because kids are more intelligent now. Kids' IQs are more intelligent than kids' IQs 30 years ago. So they know the value and the worth and what they can gain by having a gun, by dominating somebody else. But what they don't be aware of is the consequences. Until the parents give them consequences, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. The police can't be inside the house, your home, 24/7. The only one inside that home is the parent. And if he don't step up, he gonna pay. If he don't step up to the plate, he's gonna be accountable for what his kid do. Now we can talk about we usually, when we look at this type of stuff, killings, we tend to look at it as black and white. As black and white. But the modern way to look at it now, because America is becoming more of a rainbow country. You can no longer just look at it as black and white. There's other races that commit crimes and that commit racial crimes. And I predict more and more black people will be subject to lynchings, not only from whites, but other races in this country. And the pressure more and more, like what the government do, that's what we have to do. We have to have allies like the government do, because we outnumbered all around the board, population and outgunned. So we have to join forces with other allies in order to survive in this country, because more and more, it's not only whites going to war, it's going to be other races going to war. And hey, what side are you going to be on? And like I said before, yesterday I wanted to rebel and retaliate, but I back down now. I back down to the fact that people ain't with it. When you can look out your window, see a black dude kissing a white girl, we ain't in it. We ain't with it. We ain't down. We ain't hurt enough. Now, if he would get lynched by the white dudes for kissing a white girl, he'll want some support. He'll want some support. But hey, when I look at this, I say I'm backing down. This is a waste of time. Because it's not a group thing, it's a waste of time. If we're not on the same plateau, I'm not going to be the only one going out there and saying I got a bum like I did at the UW. And I'm the only one that went to jail. Well, I didn't go to jail. I went to the precinct. I plea bargained my way out of that. I paid a lot of money and did some other things. I had a lovely wife that woke me up every morning to get to where I needed to be. But, so I'm backing down from the rebellion. We ain't got it. One person think rebellion, the other person loving them. I wonder what side he'll be on when the war starts. So, hey, it's sad that what happened in New York. I'm with the family, Florida, South Carolina. If they can call me and tell me what to do, I'll see if I can do it to make them feel better. I'll do anything to make them feel better, because I know they are hurting. They are hurting bad. They are hurting unbelievably. Unbelievably. They are hurting no hurt than be killed because of your skin color. They got to look at the mirror of their skin color and say they lost their loved one because of their skin color. They got to look at their skin color every single day and say, I lost my loved one due to my skin color. That hurts. I know they are hurting. I know they are hurting so deep. The hurt is so deep. So deep. The hurt is so deep. So deep, man. I know it. I feel it. And I feel it with them. I feel their pain. I feel if I had an army, I would go to war. If I had the right equipment, I would go to war. I'm not afraid to die. But now I got a bum in every goddamn institution in America. I know I'm feeling their pain. I'm feeling their hurt. I pray for them. I pray that we have a Jesus, a God that will uplift them, to bring them to believe that we live in a world of hatred. But we love ourselves. We are black and proud. We are beautiful people. We beautiful people. We are stronger people than anyone on this earth. We are the first ones on this earth. We're the first ones on this earth. We are the strongest physically on this earth. We are the fastest on this earth. We are the first ones on this earth. And in Jesus' name, we know this. We know this. We can make their hair. Can anybody make our hair? No, they can't. Can anybody make our coarse hair? Nobody. Nobody. But we can make their hair. We can make black hair. We can make blonde hair. Now you answer the question. We are the first people on this earth. And heaven knows we are. Be proud of ourselves. People are fighting against us. But be proud. That's why they're fighting against us. Because they know we're the first ones on this earth. Pray with us. And we pray with the people in Florida. We pray with the people in South Carolina. We pray for the people in New York. We pray for the people in Milwaukee. All over this land is hatred. I'm a semi-driver. I go all over this country, and it's hatred every single corner of this country. What they call United States. Everybody trying to outbuck everybody, and they're using any power and way they can. Color, teeth, height, weight, hair color. This terrible times we live in, people. And I want to go to war, but I can't. I will go to war. I will kill somebody, but I can't. Because I'm not going to go by myself no more. Every time I do something, I go by myself. I'm not doing that no more. I'll be sitting up there all by myself on a hard concrete motherfucker out there playing, bumping this music. But anyways, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You have Lamarr Bennett. This is the end of hate crime. There will be no other part 3. This is the final. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I tried to soothe the pain of the Florida attack. I tried to soothe the pain of the South Carolina attack. I tried to soothe the pain of the New York attack. I'm not trying to bring unity to nobody but black people. I'm not saying love your white people, love your Mexicans, love your Indians, love your Arabs. No. You know why I don't say that? Believe me, I've been all over this country, and I see nothing but hatred out of all of them. Nothing but hatred, even Africans. I see hatred out of all of them. I see jealousy out of all of them. That's why I say fuck all of them. I love black Americans and my people, my womans, and I love black people all over the world, really, whether they're Africans or not. I will take that back. I can't hate my African brother because he's my heritage. He's the first one on this earth. The oldest fossil has been found in Africa. The oldest fossil has been found in Africa. Not only the hair, but the oldest fossil has been found in Africa. Nobody can make hair like me. Ask anybody other than black people, can they make this type of hair? But they don't want to look at it like that. But hey, we know. I want to say goodbye. I love you all. My next episode will be about the modern day fight for the black American. The modern day fight. See, there's educators, but educators is not on the playing field. I'm on the playing field. I'm on the field, baby. I'm not in some office in a book dictating from a book. I'm dictating from the streets. I'm dictating from experience on the streets. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye.